Hey, it's Morris Anderson again, and I'm out for another nice walk here in Arizona, northern Peoria area, and that is the home area of the Dragonize Studios Institute Incorporated. So I'm just out along the main road here by the lake. Let's see, I'm going to be by the houseboats, kind of a nice sunset, and a couple of pretty mountains in front of me and stuff. So just thought I'd talk about how the day went. Been doing a lot of work. There we go. Now you can see who you're talking to. There we go. Been connecting with a lot of people, talking with a lot of people, sharing our Regulation A circular to as many as I can. I am actively seeking a sales representative for the shareholders. Another person to help promote the shares. That is something that is written in the circular, that we do have to give those commissions when shares are sold, and that is a $90,000 commission. So if you do know anybody, have them contact me, or just go to dragonize.org, go to the job seeker section in the main menu. Looks like he was going fast, but he's really not. Might meet him up on the hill. But anyway, go to the job seekers section of dragonize.org, fill out an application. I think more people are qualified than believe that they are. What I'm really looking for is somebody with a lot of ambition, somebody who's honest, of course. When we're dealing with Securities Exchange Commission, I'm not out to do anything dishonest with people. And that's a big part of the goal process. If you read it, is honesty is a huge deal, and particularly to yourself. So I'm hoping to portray that honesty to shareholders, future customers as well. But the biggest question that I get, and it makes sense and I completely agree with the question, is how will Dragonize Studios Institute make money? So, yeah, if there's no visible revenue stream, I would agree. I would not invest my time, money, effort, resources into something that I cannot see a return on. So we are doing the magazine as our first circular because, let's see what I got coming up behind me. Yeah, there we go. Just a nice looking Chevy. Okay, well, we are doing the magazine first because that will generate plenty of revenue. If you actually see how Google, what is their real product from ages ago? It was nothing but advertising. So, it's got that. All right, and across the road here. You look at Facebook. What is their main source of revenue? Again, it's advertising. You look at every single magazine on the shelf. What is their revenue? Advertising, of course. Now, I have to say I'm pretty darn good at using my photo editing software and making some beautiful advertisements. And in the last week, for my own Dragonize Syndicate area here in Peoria, I've gotten 2 new customers. So advertising is the way we will be making money. So when I do get more editors for the syndicate, their primary job, of course, is to sell advertising to the local businesses in their area. He looked like a very nice guy, so I had to smile and nod. All right, so we charge small businesses to have an advertisement in the syndicate where we write our articles, motivational articles, something that's local as well, so that it gets the local attention. There's a lot of strategy put into how the Dragonize Syndicate is designed. So when they open up the syndicate, because most of you have never seen a paper copy of the syndicate, and you open it up, all the advertisements are on the outer half page of the columns. So when they open up the magazine, the first thing that is seen are the advertisements. And I'm entering state trust land. Let's see if I can get that in the camera. No shooting prohibited. Doesn't say anything about guns. I can still take my guns with me. But other than that, I don't have a firearm, so I'm good. I just got a strong arm. At least I like to say so. It was at one point in time. So, and now I'm over here on this little dirt path, probably where that motorcycle went. And thought I'd take a hike up what I call Silly Saurguo Hill. And if it's still bright enough when I get there, you'll see why we call it the Silly Saurguo Hill. So, yeah, so all the advertising is where we will create revenue. When we write the articles for the syndicate, we specifically overwrite what we can fit on the page. So when people get interested in an article, and this is kind of devious, I know, but it's called business as well. In order to finish the story, they do have to go to dragonize.org, log on, go to the article, finish reading it. But once they get online, guess what? More advertising. So for the same product, we are doubling up on what we can do as far as revenues go. When you look at the prospectus that is now available as a PDF at dragonize.org, you will see that we are projecting maybe about $4.5 million of revenue. Of course, revenue is different than profits because we got to subtract the cost, the productions, the distribution, the human resources, employees, and things like that. However, $4.5 million is not a bad thing to start with when we are circulating to 300,000 households and businesses. So I have designated certain zip codes that will start primarily here in the West North Phoenix area and go along the 303 and the 101 from I-10 to I-17. So basically everything within that geographical corridor is going to be the original 300,000 monthly circulars. So you can see that we make money on that, both the paper and online. And it's funny because as I talk to businesses, some of them say print is dead. There's no advertising in print. All right, that's fine. Advertise online. Then I talked to another business owner. Man, I've advertised online. I've done my Google ads. I've done my Facebook ads. I've done my Twitter ads. I've done all my other ads. And I have gotten nothing. You're still competing so heavily against so many people. It is really tough. And guess what? There's only one real SEO trick. That's search engine optimization. That actually works, and that is yourwebsite.com. When people go straight to that, there is no other question, where is it going? They are seeing you and only you. So what the Dragonize Syndicate does is it puts their .com right in people's homes. Then when people go to the website and they see the ad again, well, guess what? That links straight to them. There is no need for search engine optimization when you are paper advertising and digital advertising. So I think there's a lot of genius in how that is all set up. And the other way that we will start making revenues is the Institute portal at dragonize.org. I can't calculate into the prospectus how much that is capable of generating. And here's the reasons why. One, I don't know how many people are going to create a class. Two, out of the ones who do make a great class, are they going to charge or going to be for free? I offer free classes and specifically for small businesses. And the reason is, when you're a small business, you don't just advertise. You have to educate. You have to teach people, tell them, here's how it is, here's how it works, here's why it works, and here's why you want to buy it from me instead of there. So I'm hoping a lot of small businesses take advantage of the Institute portal and put a lot of free classes up there. So, yeah, check out my path I'm on. You get out here away from the lake and it gets kind of pretty. I enjoy these hikes. I enjoy the conversation too, so let's see. So the Institute portal. However, there will be a lot of people that will charge for classes. They earn 80%. So I don't know how many people will charge that make a class, and then how much they do charge. Because if they charge $10, well, then we get $2. If they charge $100, then we get $20 as a corporate profit. The nice thing with this is it's unlimited classes that can be created. It's unlimited how many people can take those classes. So there's a lot of variable that we cannot just put into paper and say, we expect this much. So at this point in time, we need to educate people how to use our education system. Sounds kind of paradoxical, doesn't it? But that's how it is. And that's the stage that we're at now. And I do believe that once 3 or 4 businesses or even individuals with a great talent they want to share with others, once that gets out there, people are going to see how powerful these tools are and how everything on Dragonize.org and the Dragonize Syndicate is there to improve them. This last week I made a fun advertisement, at least I thought it was a fun one, where it said user, because that's one of these times I did a walk and talk deal. I came up with it needs to be user friendly. So YOU''SER. You are the user. We don't use artificial intelligences, we use you. Because you are what will make our site great. And you are what makes it important, not the software. Nothing else. I mean, it doesn't have to be a pretty site to have intelligence when we have great people. So, speaking of the Institute, I do hope you do take a couple hours and take the Goal Process course. That is a good example of what can be done on the Institute portal. So, well, I'm at the backside of saurguo Hill. I don't think I can turn my camera around. Sometimes it lets me, but not in this mode. Oh, well, I have to figure that out too. So I'm up here, look at the nice pretty mountains. Kind of far away. I'm not even far away from the lake at all, but it just seems like it because when you look across the desert and how flat and open it currently is. I believe that Peoria's got a lot of plans and economic development to change a lot of that openness. Some of that's good, and I agree with it. And some of it is kind of sad to see the beautiful desert being occupied. But I mean, it's desert. What else are you gonna do with it? So let's see. We're starting to head up this hill, and I actually came here this last week with the kids and took the Explorer up that hill. I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of in the shadows because the sun's behind it. So let's go. Yeah, making it up the hill. But I was rather surprised with my Ford Explorer having street tires. Getting up this rugged gravel was a lot of fun. But I quit around about this area because when I got there I hadn't scoped it out and I didn't know if I'd be able to turn around and get back down or anything like that. But no, it tracked up just fine, didn't spin tires, didn't get stuck, and it's a lot of fun. All right, now I'm getting to the crest of this silly saurguo hill. It's kind of fun if you've ever looked at the inside of a saurguo. Let's get the camera on it. Lots of cool things in a saurguo. I think the wind blew this one over because I don't remember it being fallen over. And what's the inside of these saurguos and how strong those branches really are. But now I'm going to see if I can get... I don't know if you can see that saurguo, but all these saurguos here, they're a little funny looking. I don't know why, because we've hiked all these hills around here. But let's see if I can get... Okay, there we go. This saurguo right here. Everything about it's funny. It's like decayed down here at the bottom. My finger at the camera. There, right there. But all these saurguos are just oddly shaped. So I call it Silly Saurguo Hill. As you can see, looking around, just how cool it is, how quiet that it is up here. So there, look at the sunset. You can kind of see the lake over in that area. So I just walked up this road here and that stuff. So, all right, well, I hope I've been able to inform you a little bit of how we're going to make Dragonize work with the syndicate and the website. And trust me, those are just the beginning. There's a lot more in plan, just not ready to be exposed or told or brought out. So in the meantime, invest into Dragonize Studios and Institute Inc. Because if you remember Home Depot, that would have been a good one at this point. We're only 10 cents a share. I plan on that going to the New York Stock Exchange. That's the cool thing with Regulation A, is that is basically a road to go where I'm trying to go. So all those other .coms that you saw, this is .com plus some. So I believe that this is all possible. I've been able to do a lot with very, very little. So if you've seen the road that it's taken to get Dragonize to where it is now, even I'm impressed. It has not been an easy road. Talk about failure after failure just to be successful. I've never seen a successful road not take on so many failures. But that's what just builds character and that builds strength. And I'm really proud of the road that we've been down, how me and Raymond, Alayla, and Belle have worked through all those. And the struggle's not over. I think there's just another struggle about to begin, just a different one. And I think that we have a very inspiring story, and I look forward to our first Draconic Journeys live presentation. That's the other thing, is every time we get a new editor, they will be hosting a Draconian Journeys event as well, finding live speakers, bringing speakers in, just very motivational. It's almost like TED Talks, but we're going to be strictly motivation. Great stories that just need to be told for us to take pride in who we are as a people, and especially pride in our country. So just make sure you go invest. It's a sound deal. And if you have any questions, I'm here to answer them for you. I want you to be educated. That's the whole goal process. That is the whole purpose of what we're doing, to help you, my user. So, got a little fly there. So, in the meantime, believe greatly, achieve greatly.